Yo, mind your fucking business, nigga. Ain't no one talking to you, bro. Listen. Yo, listen. Damn, I been woke for a minute. Getting checks need a percentage. Getting so lifted. How I'm so gifted. I played in your track, but they told me to skip it. I just been spitting. Look at me back in my ways. I've been on this shit since back in the day. You cannot tell me that I did not pay for the sins I committed. Got locked in a cage. Woo, woo. Stay in your place. I'm riding the BM, but I won't.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy McQuinn, and I'm back with another episode of the Yup, I Said It podcast. It's a pretty late night out here, and I'm just chilling, sipping on a little something. I mean, I don't even know what it is because there's no label on it. Oh man. Well, maybe if this drink sponsor my show, then maybe I can put a label on the drink. So sponsor me, bitches. You want me to put your label on my podcast? Appreciate that. Since Guam don't want to sponsor no real motherfuckers out here. But let me tell you who do sponsor my podcast. Matter of fact, I'm shooting it live inside the very studio that sponsors the podcast. So let me give a quick shout out to New Wave Studios here in Tamuning, Guam. If you want to book a session, just hit us up at New Waves Guam on Instagram or go to newwavesguam.com and book a session. If you want to record some music, a video, whatever, you can bring your little ugly ass here and record a podcast if you like. Don't trip, we got you. All right. So there's been some things that's been on my mind lately. And how can I say it? You know what? It's just something that really has been irking me for the last few years, honestly. But it's really been now that I can see it. It seems like showing that you care or showing a sense of compassion, it gets looked at as weakness. And it seems like people will take one's kindness for weakness. And I can relate this to myself in a lot of ways because it's safe to say that I'm a pretty solid individual. I'm a nice dude. You know what I mean? I know people say nice guy and all that stuff, but I just don't like to use the term nice guy because I feel like nice guys have ulterior motives, and I feel like those guys are pushovers, and they allow people to get away with certain shit. You know what I mean? I'm solid, but don't test me. Don't push me. You know what I mean? Because then I'll check you. But it seems like whenever you show that you care, it gets looked at as a sign of weakness, or people just don't give a shit. You know what I mean? So it's like they want people to feel sorry for them. But when you try to care and try to be there, a lot of the times people bypass it. Or even in relationships or friendships, showing that you care or caring, it's a such thing as caring too much. Can you believe that shit? Can you believe that caring too much is a problem nowadays? It seems as if you care too much, it's a bad thing. But if you don't care enough, that's also a bad thing too. So it's like, how can you even find a middle ground for it? And how does that even make sense? You know what I mean? Is this something that always like, yo, what the hell? What the fuck is going? People are so fucking weird, man. People are so weird with this shit. Like, you can care too much. Like, women and or men will lose interest in an individual that they may be seeing or dealing with because they care a little too much, because they are too consistent with the good morning, hope you have a great day text, with the hey, how was your day? Hey, I just wanted to let you know I was thinking about you and I hope that all is well. hey, I wanted to send you something, I wanted to, get a little gift for you because I was thinking about you. I wanted to write you a little letter because you've been on my mind. And these are just my ways of showing you that I care about you, vice just saying I care about you. And that is misconstrued for some fucking reason, and I just find that shit so weird. And it's just I had to get this off my chest. This is why I'm up so late, and I wanted to make a podcast about this because I kept telling myself that I was gonna make a podcast on this. And I'm like, okay, let me do it today while I got some time, even though it's fucking probably 1 o'clock in the morning. But fuck it. We up anyway and we doing it. So yeah, there's that. But really the major topic that I wanted to discuss, and it kind of falls along the lines of the same concept. It falls in line with the same. They're synonyms, goddammit. Fuck. They're synonyms, okay? So let's talk about this toxic shit, right? It seems like toxic has really taken over the Western society. Let's just call it the Western society because I'm not gonna say the world, but among like Western civilization, the toxic shit has really become a thing, and it's really becoming glorified. It's like you gotta be a toxic motherfucker just to even have somebody. You know what I mean? And it seems as though people gravitate towards toxic shit. And with all the toxic shit that goes on, you know what? I got a few stories to tell about toxic situations that happen to people that I know. Don't worry, anybody who's listening to the podcast, don't worry, your identity will be kept a secret. No one's gonna know who you are. But I gotta tell the stories though, for the sake of the podcast. This is good shit. This is good shit, pal. So, here's a story. I have a friend. Who was dealing with somebody for quite some time. Almost to the point where they almost got married, but they ultimately decided not to. And one of the reasons why they didn't get married is because there was a lot of cheating going on. Let's just say that. There's a lot of cheating, a lot of fucking around, to the point where this person found their significant other's Tinder, or found out that they had a Tinder account, and the picture that person was using, their other half took that picture of them. What the fuck? And also, this person asked another individual to be their other half, to be their significant other. You see, I'm trying to conceal the identity so y'all won't know if it's male or female, because I don't want to sit and try to like categorize and say, oh, well, men are doing this and women are doing this, because let's be honest, both sexes ain't shit. Men and women ain't shit equally. It's just that men get talked about not being shit way more than women do. But I'm going to be nice today, and I'm not going to talk shit about women. I'm going to just talk shit broad about the entire toxicity in general. So, yes, this individual asked another person to be their significant other, and their significant other found out about it. And you want to know the funny thing? The funny thing is that this person still continued to deal with him, actually decided to move in together, and all the above. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Why are you still dealing with this stupid situation? And obviously, it's just a big detriment to your life, and it's stressing you the fuck out. Why don't you just leave? Why don't you just walk away? I don't know. I'm different, because I feel like once you start to fuck with my peace, like, you gotta go. You know what I mean? So it's easy for me to walk away from a situation that's not adding value to my life. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I walked away from a fucking 6-figure career because it was fucking with my peace. You don't think I'll walk away from a bitch? Yup, I said it. Ho! I ain't want to say bitch on the podcast, but fuck it. I'm drinking alcohol, excuse me. Right now, I'm done with this bullshit. Another interesting story. This actually happened like very, very recently. So, another friend of mine who's been dealing with their significant other had a little disagreement. And their significant other decided to basically go off and destroy my friend's phone. And I was looking like, yo, what in the hell? This person broke your phone? And I asked, I mean, what are you going to do about it? I feel like if someone destroys or vandalizes your personal property, especially an iPhone, I want to say it was the iPhone 11 or iPhones, whatever the fuck iPhone it is. I know that the phone has to be at least $800 or more. I'm sure if it's one of the newer iPhones, it's over $1,000. So if somebody fucking vandalizes something of mine that's, well, if anything of mine, period, you break some shit of mine, yo, you gotta go. Bye. You know what I mean? Because if you're willing to break my shit, then if there's nothing of mine to break, then that means you might put your hands on me, because that's still like an act of violence. You know what I mean? So now it's like, yo, if it wasn't my phone, it probably would have been my face. You feel me? So I feel like, yo, that type of shit right there, yo, that's grounds for removal. And I just got a funny feeling, just because toxic is such a wave right now, that they're probably gonna stay together. Because what is Guam, y'all? They get back with your ex-capital of the world. Because that's what they do over here, goddammit. They go through all the bullshit and they stay together. Yeah, I'll break your $1,000 phone, and don't worry, I'll be taking fucking bathroom selfies with you next weekend on a staycation, and we'll just fuck about it, okay? That's what's gonna happen. Oh, shit. Oh, that's just so fucking hilarious. And last story. I got so many, but, I'm trying to keep this shit short and sweet. So, another, why do I know all these fucking people in toxic relationships? What the fuck? I can't do it. Is that what I gotta do to get in a relationship nowadays? Do I gotta be toxic? Do I need to be a toxic nigga to keep a chick? Cause I'll be pretty cool. I'll be pretty laid back. You know what I mean? Y'all know I got an over-the-top personality or whatever, but, like, is it because I'm not toxic is why y'all not fucking with me? Is it because I'm too good of a person and I don't add that excitement to y'all life? You know what? Fuck the story. It's gonna take too long. But I feel like these toxic situations, you want to know what I think, why people gravitate towards this shit? It's because of what's on TV now. I feel like a lot of people are influenced by the shit that they see on TV and the media and what's being shown on the internet. And what's being shown on the internet and on TV all the time are these fucking reality TV shows and all these famous couples and celebrities, and they talk about all their toxic shit in the tabloids and whatever. But keep in mind that these people are figures and they're portraying characters. They're portraying an image. You know what I mean? They're portraying an image to create a story to keep themselves relevant. You know what I mean? And by keeping themselves relevant, they gotta have the drama. You know why? Because people find drama and controversy inherently interesting. But now it's to the point where people are so influenced by that shit that they want to make that their lives too. But take it with a grain of salt. That's just my theory. I feel like a lot of people just want their shit to be like reality TV, and that's how they want their relationships to be. You know what I'm saying? They watch Cardi B and fucking Jocelyn Hernandez and like all these loving hip hop thoughts and these basketball wives and all this other goofy shit. And that's how people want their relationships to be. Hence, more people are drawn to that toxic shit because it adds a level of excitement. It's like that roller coaster. It's like you go up, then you go down, then you go up, then you go down. But something that's solid and consistent is not that up and down roller coaster. It's just that little bullshit that just goes. You may get a little, you may get a little, but for the most part, it's not very extreme. So therefore, people take something that's solid and consistent. They often take that as boring, and that's the narrative of oh, you fucking with a good dude, or you fucking with a good woman or whatever. Now all of a sudden, oh, this is boring. This is boring because we not doing this, and this is boring because we not doing that. But you don't gotta constantly have fights and constantly argue and constantly do toxic shit for your relationship to be exciting. Go skydiving. Go do some shit like that to add some excitement to your relationship. You know what I mean? Go fuck on the edge of the balcony, hanging off the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Almost about to die. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. What I'm trying to say is do exciting shit, but not to the point where y'all fighting and breaking up and breaking each other's phones and making a Tinder to ask other people out and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to talk about how it's just so weird that caring too much is looked at as a bad thing, is looked at as a sign of weakness, and toxic is the new black. I think that's going to be the title of this podcast. But anyway, y'all be good. Y'all have a good night. I'll holler back at y'all. Y'all have fun. Love life. Love yourselves. Don't forget to subscribe to my podcast. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and IG at YupISaidIt Pod to get more of the most electrifying and entertaining podcast on Guam. Yup, I said it. Peace, bitches.